I've got a lot of respect for these lads,
yeah.
Like Billy Robinson, Viv Graham, and Viv was a very tough lad, you know, he was a strong lad, and I think he would take some beating in a straight fight. And same with Billy in his day, there's not many people could have beat Billy. In fact, Billy told us I was the first man to ever beat him, so...
Yeah, well, let's talk about that, because that was a legendary fight between Big Billy Robinson and yourself.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually 2 fights, wasn't there?
Right, yeah, there was 2 fights, that's correct, yeah. So I got called at the door in the Blue Monkey, and I was told that Billy Robinson was at the door, and he doesn't want to pay in, and that night the owner said, everybody has to pay in, you know, everybody's got to pay tonight. So I'd heard of Billy Robinson, everybody had heard of Billy Robinson, and I stood at the door, I said, oh, I apologised to Billy, saying, look, I can't let you in, everybody's got to pay in tonight. And then he said, no, he says, I'm not paying, and he says, get round here, round the side here. So I went round the side with Billy, and he sort of, you know, took a swing or a slap or something like that. I remember getting underneath the punch. I'm sure it was a right hand, then a left, and that sort of ended the fight. Then I had a bit of fight with his friends as well, and a lad called Craig Durno come round the corner, Alan and LENNY, and they sort of give his hand out to the lads off the door, and then we just left it at that. They went home, and a couple of weeks later I got somebody coming knocking on my door saying, oh, Billy wants to fight her again, and they wanted to arrange a fight. So I started, okay, I'll come. And he says, no, can you come tonight? I says, okay, I'll come tonight. I went to his house, got something to eat, and I sort of then went to the place. I always remember when they kept us waiting ages, and I was waiting where it was a little bit cold, and it was like chilly and all. And the bodybuilder called out, Andy Webb came out, and he said, look, come in here, and he gave us a hot cup of tea and things like that to warm us up. By then they come round, and I always remember the area was like tailor-made for Billy, because I don't know if you can bring...
You can pan round, yeah. We pan round.
So imagine a corner, there was a corner there, then there was a bank, a little bank behind it. So when I was jumping around on my feet trying to keep out of the way, Billy, because he's a big fella. He's a lot bigger than me. And at one time he got us against the wall, and I just covered up my hands, and he was punching into us from the side. I moved round, got on the bank, actually fell on the bank, and Billy got on top of us, you know, and wherever he was doing, and I got underneath and jumped up. I didn't want to be in that place.
Yeah, you don't want him on top.
And I started to move about a bit. Then I must have positioned myself and got myself where I needed to be. And that's when I thought Billy come up with an uppercut. And when he caught us with the uppercut, I went down. I remember my hand was on the ground to the side like that, and I was waiting for Billy to run in and kick us, because I thought he's desperate now. He's gonna, like, you know, he'll come in our us. And then somebody got on my hand. It was Keith Bell, and he was the one who arranged the fight. So then I just sort of screamed like, come on, you know, come on. And I tore in because I was embarrassed, because I didn't feel like I wanted to end the fight there, you know. So I got a little bit embarrassed and moved in, and next minute I heard Viv saying, away Ernie, which means away Ernie, or come on Ernie, away, come on, that's it, you know. And that's when the fight ended, and then I was a bit confused, because Billy went that way, Viv went another way, so I followed Viv in, and Viv was actually sitting on a seat, on a chair, and I did remember distinctly. I mean, I'm trying to be very respectful here, but I was drawn into a situation where I didn't even want to be in the first place, to be honest. And he said, I want no trouble in the gym. And Andy Webb, the bodybuilder, was sitting next to him, and he said, I want more trouble in the gym. And I says, okay, I'll sit beside you, not knowing that unawares that Viv had actually popped us from the side.
Yeah, so that punch that put you over wasn't Billy, it was Viv, yeah. Which is why you didn't see it coming.
No, I didn't see it coming. I was put down. I sort of got back up.
So that was a clean shot right on the chin.
Right. Aye.
From a power.
He must have hurt us because I remember getting this white flash coming through my mind, and I jumped up on my feet and I shouted, "Come on!" And I sort of went forward again and tore into them. A lot of the punches were missing, but I just kept turning into Billy then. When I went into the gym, I sort of went to the toilet a couple of times and come back and forth. And then as I came through the doorway to leave the premises to get in a car, I saw Billy stand there. Mind give Billy's due, he says, I said I would shake your hand before the fight, said I would shake your hand after the fight. You know, he was very honourable. Old school fighter, and let's face it, he was the toughest man around there. If it would have been a few years later, it might have been me who would be, you know.
Because there was only 6 years age difference between you.
There was 6 years between me and Billy. Billy's, I'm born in 1954, and Billy's born in 1948. November 1948, I'm born in October 54.
So there's not that much age difference?
No, there wasn't a lot of age difference. I mean, I've heard rumours that Billy was really old and all that kind of stuff, but Billy, you give him his due, he liked the party lifestyle. You know, Billy liked a cigarette, and he liked a drink, and he liked that kind of lifestyle. And he was well known for putting 2 or 3 blokes away at a time when he was out, wherever he was. And I think what had happened then, Matt, I think maybe it's that kind of lifestyle could have caught up with him, you know. But he liked the drink and he liked the cigarette.
You became allies as well, didn't you?
We became very good friends. We Jeff Brown, the Hammer, we were all got on well together in the end, and we sort of battled each other out and each other out.
And you became friends with Viv as well?
Viv, I went through to see Viv. Viv was actually a bit of a comedian. Sometimes he could make you laugh. And I remember when Anna was making the tea, some tea, and he says, you know, Anna's getting the best china out for you today, you know, and he would make a joke of it and make us laugh.
Yeah.
And I could be a bit of a funny lad, to be honest with you. And he was always like, he was bubbly, he was like, had a personality about him. Yeah. And then I would hear stories, I watch him, he'd be in a pub with you one day, he'll stick one on you, and he wants everybody. But then again, if I had to, I sort of took a liking to Viv, to be honest with you. I thought he was a nice lad, you know.
Well, as they say, all's well that ends well, and you became friends, so your dispute with them ended well.
That's right.
So that's the main thing.
I went through twice to visit Viv, you know, and I was always made welcome by him and Anna, you know, his girlfriend at the time, his partner. And I mean, I could imagine us all being old men, maybe sitting around a table talking about things now and about the past. And so we all grew up, don't we?
We all grew up. Same with me. I've had lots of fights and we've become friends with the people. I've had enemies for years and we've shook hands now and forgotten everything. Almost everyone I've had fights with. Water under the bridge. Brilliant, brilliant.
I remember when I watched YouTube, there was the one where I remember when you said the lad hit you from the side, but it all ended up all right for you.
Yeah, sorted it out with them.
I remember one once where I think the police came and it must have been Dorman fighting with a...
You reminded me actually, that was one of my questions for you, because me and you have both had a history of fighting with the police.
Right, that's right.
Because I've had 3 or 4 fights with them, been gassed and all that with them. But you used to have a fight with them, didn't you, as well?
When I was young, when I was about 17, 18, I was a bit...
I was young as well.
And I had a little bit of a time when I was about 18-year-old on the playing field. I think the police had it in for us a little bit. And I think what happened, he got a bit funny with us, and I said, no. I said, you've got a uniform on, I'm not fighting you. And he says, I'll soon take it off. So I knocked his hair off and I got into him. Well, before long I was swarmed, wasn't I? Before police, me and him were fighting, I was swarmed by a couple, and the next minute there was a van coming on, and then all these police trying to drag us. It took an hour for them to get us in. I was sort of getting dragged about all over, you know what I mean?